Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, I thought maybe we'd just do a little talking, but if you want to hang around till after the break, I'll tell you a little bit about where Tina and I have been and what we've got planned for this fall. Alright guys, like I said, I thought maybe we'd take a few minutes and talk a little bit about where Tina and I have been and what we've got planned for this fall. But before we get up, and I'll show you a few projects we're going to be working on. But before we do that, let's talk just a second about where we've been. Guys, for the last 10 days or so, we've had a lot of contractors over here to the homestead. We're going to be putting in a shop, and that's going to be a great big project for us. That's something we want to tell you about in a separate video, so I'm not going to say too much today. But it's time for me to move out of the garage and build us a little shop where we can sit down, we can work on some fix-it videos and show you how we maintain some of our equipment. We're also going to turn part of it into a little wood shop, and it's going to have a great big old back porch on it where we can break out the barbecues and do a little cooking. So, guys, we're really looking forward to that. You know, Tina's got her little she shed over there on her side of the lot, but it's time for me to have my own place, so I'm going to be moving out, but in a way, I think she'll still let me sleep indoors, but we are going to set up a shop, and we're going to have a little more material, you know, we can bring you when we're not doing stuff out here in the garden, and that'll be great, guys. We've had a couple of frosts here. They've knocked things down pretty good, and it's time for us to be thinking about fall. So I'm going to get up out of here. We'll show you a few other things that we've got going on, but guys, it's just been crazy around here. We've had about a dozen contractors roll in and out of here. We've had a million phone calls. We've been pricing concrete and stone and builders and trying to work stuff out where Dad and I can get in there and help too with a builder that'll work with us on that. But guys, we're just been busy. Hadn't had a whole lot of free time to be making videos. And guys, to be honest, we hadn't started out on this adventure to become full-time YouTubers, but that's kind of what's happened. So we're having a little trouble getting together enough material at one time to put out consistent videos, but we're going to be working on that. Like I said, we're setting up that shop. That'll give us a place to film some different kinds of things that we haven't been able to show you before, but we still have plenty more to do this fall. I'm going to run you around. We'll take a look at a few of those. Alrighty guys, we're up here on the porch. And one of the things we need to do is get our fall garlic planted. You can see it's kind of a mess. We've been through all of our garlic and been sending it out to a few folks here on YouTube. You might see some of it appear in some of your other favorite YouTubers' videos. But it's mid-October here, and that's time to plant the garlic. So we're going to be going through these, cloving them out, and getting them ready to plant. I'll show you that bed here in just a few minutes. But that's our hardneck and our softneck garlic. It's been out here on the porch. It's ready to go in the ground. Alright guys, still up here on the porch. One of the other things we need to do is we need to get these peanuts off the vine and get them into the house and start roasting them up. So that's going to be another video we'll have for you. We'll plant that garlic like I said, but we got to get these peanuts out and get them processed. So that's going to be another project we're going to be working on here pretty soon in the videos. Hope you guys will hang around and check that out too. Alright guys, here's a project you guys might enjoy coming up. We're going to be making some tire planters, and we got a few hints from our buddy over there at the Green Thumb Gardening channel. He's been making some, and he's going to give us a little bit of advice on how we can turn some out. They were really good looking, but these ought to be some really nice planters since they're being made out of Pirelli Scorpions. But I had to put some new shoes on my truck over there. But we'll be looking forward to making some planters out of these. He's got some real neat designs, and we're going to see if we can't borrow them from him. But if you guys don't mind, go over there and head over there and support old Eric out. He's at the Green Thumb Gardening channel, and he's been real supportive of our channel here. So guys, we'll go see what else we can find to look at. Alright guys, here's another project we're going to be working on. This is my, it's just a 10-foot John boat, but as you might be able to tell by the North Carolina registration on it, we haven't taken it out here in Tennessee yet. We get busy doing all this homesteading and stuff like that, and we kind of let some of the good times go. So guys, I've got the boat re-registered here in Tennessee. We're going to be putting a fancy little camo paint job on this one day on video. We're going to get the new registration numbers on it and stuff, and we're going to do a little more fishing. Everybody seemed to respond real well to the catfishing video. So guys, we're going to try to get out on the water a little more this spring. Hopefully we'll be bringing you some more of those fishing videos. Alright, we're over here by the main garden. I'm going to show you a little project, a good way to eat up a day. You guys remember on the front corner of the main garden here, there used to be a tree standing there. It's in the way of some future plans, so we knocked it out of the ground and got it cut up and everything. Had a few good laughs. Thought some of the roots looked like giant sweet potatoes. But that's a good way to kill a day. Cut down a tree and cut it up. So guys, that one's going to be missing, but we're going to put something else good here in its place. Alright guys, I know Tina showed you some of her gourds the other day that we were taking out of the garden. But those were a lot of the smaller gourds. Guys, we've got gourds in here. The biggest ones are still yet to come. If I want to give you an idea how big that gourd is, there's my hand compared to the gourd. So, guys, these are some pretty big ones. They're African drum gourds. We haven't grown these before. They're new to us, but we're looking forward to it. They're going to take a good long time to dry out before they craft. But we're going to get over there on the trailer where Tina's been storing them. We'll give you a look at some that have already started to dry out. Alrighty guys, thought we'd take a quick look. These are the gourds that Tina picked and showed you guys the other day. They give you an update, show you a little bit how they're starting to change colors, and the molds attack them, and that's actually a good thing as long as they're not rotting. But the molds being on them, that's what processes them into harder gourds. You get those nice little round patterns and stuff like that, and you can see that they're I'll show you from this angle. They're curing in the direction that the sun's hitting them. So we'll get out here and rotate these a couple of times, and we'll get these finished up and get them indoors. You want to keep them, like I said, away from any kind of animals or where anybody's going to be breathing, but we will bring them indoors eventually because you don't want them to freeze and split. So I'll show you a little clip of them here, and then we'll go on and find something else to look at. Alright guys, give you another quick look here. This is another project we're going to have coming up, and that's going to be a secondary beet harvest. These are our fall beets. Now they've been hit the last couple of days with a light frost, so they're kind of wrinkled up a little bit, but the beets are just fine. We'll get these out of the ground. Maybe we'll do a pickled beet video too, so look forward to a harvest on these. We'll see what else we can do with them. Alrighty guys, this is another project from this year that I know a lot of you guys were following along with. This is the new asparagus beds that we put in with the new crowns and stuff. As you can see, they've taken off really well. We've allowed them to go to fern. The fern feeds the crowns underneath. But one thing we've still got left to do is we're probably going to put one last layer of dirt on top of them. And that'll help them get through the winter and help insulate the crowns. But we're really pleased with these beds. They are 4 foot wide, 10 foot long, and there's 2 of them. You got that little walkway there in between them so we can pick asparagus. But guys, they've taken off better than our expectations, and we're really glad for it. For first and second year crown, some of it was seed, some of it was first year crown. But you know, for new crowns and stuff, they've done really well. So we may even get a small harvest off of them next year, but the year after that, this ought to be really abundant. Alright guys, just a real quick shot here down through the orchard. We didn't do that well in the orchard this year. We had a late frost come by and locked a lot of the blossoms off. So we didn't do a whole lot this year, but it's kind of like that. The orchard is still actually young. So I know the trees look pretty tall, but still a pretty young orchard, and looking forward next year maybe we'll have a little bit better luck. Alright, we're over here at the sweet potato planter. And as you can see, there have been a few weeds pop up in it. But we've added this second planter, and as we've gone along, we keep throwing organic material in here. that material, it'll just rot down over the winter, and we'll top that bed off next spring. But then we'll probably paint both of them to match. But here's a fun little interesting fact. The vines that came out of the sweet potatoes and ran along the ground have obviously produced a few sweet potatoes in the ground, and they've popped back up. So we're going to try not to mow these off. We'll just leave them here in between the two beds. And we've got a few that have popped up in the beds here. I'll show you those real quick. But what we're thinking, these will winter kill off. But if the potatoes are still in the ground and they produce vines next spring, we may do a little experiment and cut our own slips from them. So that would be kind of fun, grow some second generation sweet potatoes. We've not tried that one before. But if these guys want to keep popping up, we'll hope they come back again in the spring. Maybe we'll just get some free slips. We stop over here at the buff-laced Brahmas and take a look at them. They're really good looking birds. But we're getting ready to do all three of the hen houses. Get them, we usually put a little extra bedding in there, and then we'll throw in a bale of straw and they can fetch around in that all winter. But help keep them warm. But these are the young chicks you saw born this spring, and they are all grown up and looking beautiful. Glad to have them. One of the things, we sell the hatching eggs out of them online, but thought we'd stop over here and take a look at them real quick. I believe they're going to be the last stop for the tour, and I'll be back to talk to you. Alright guys, we're back over here in the raised bed garden, and just wanted to take a few minutes. Got a few things I wanted to show up. One thing is that we've got another video coming up for you. You can see our pepper plants back here in behind me. We're going to have a couple of friends of ours. We're going to try to arrange for them to come and pick off the last of the peppers. Guys, our freezers are full, so these peppers have been just absolutely abundant. So we have tons and tons of peppers left. We're going to try to con a few of our friends into coming over and picking them. Maybe we can catch them on film. But another thing I wanted to say is probably won't have a video out tomorrow on the 16th, but that is our daughter's birthday, so I wanted to wish her a happy birthday up there in Columbus, Ohio. She is the mother of Adeline. You'll see Adeline here in just a minute. She'll come and boop off the video. So she's Adeline's mother, and she's having her birthday tomorrow. So if y'all would wish her well, she's going through some growing up. So she could use a happy birthday wish if you got a few minutes. But last thing I want to do is I want to give a little shout out to a friend of ours. His name is Jared Crocker, and he's got a channel, and the name of that channel is Jared Crocker. Let's see, I'll put a link to it up here somewhere. But if you guys will go over, Jared is a really nice young man. He's an amputee. He had his left leg taken off in a lawnmower accident when he was just a kid. But guys, that doesn't slow him down. He's got his own little place out there in Texas, and he is really working hard at it. I know recently he had his pond redone, and he's got some ducks and geese and all kinds of crazy things going on out there for a one-legged man to try to keep up with. So guys, if you would, go check him out and give him a subscription and check in on one of his latest videos, and just tell him Bumblebee Junction sent you. But please go over there and subscribe. Help support this young man. He's getting a fresh start on a new adventure, and he could sure use a little pick-me-up with a few of you stopping over and sharing some love. So we would really appreciate it if you'd do that too. But guys, we've enjoyed having you here at the channel. Sorry for the break. Videos are going to be a little bit inconsistent for just a little while, and then we're going to get this shop up. We'll have a whole different kind of videos to bring you guys when we're not out here in the garden. We're looking forward to that, and I'm looking forward to having a he shed. Tina's had her she shed for a long time. Time for me to have a he shed. So we're going to get out here, get this thing built, and we'll probably take you along on that adventure too. But guys, we've enjoyed having you here at the channel. If you like the videos, please give it a thumbs up, and leave us a comment down below. Be sure to wish Shauna a happy birthday. And guys, if you like the channel and you've not been here before, we hope you'll subscribe. Down next to the subscribe button is a bell. If you'll ring that bell, that'll send you a notification whenever we release a new video. Guys, that's a great way to keep up with the channel. But we are busy here on the homestead, just trying to sew things up for fall. Some things are dying, some things are getting ready to get started. So got a lot of stuff we want to bring you here in the near future, but it's just going to take us a little bit to get the ball rolling. So be patient with us. We'll catch you in the next one.
Check.